his fingertips with Darian Kendrick defending. It's a really good ball. BS is down. Wow. That's pride talking. He'll be okay. Joe Milton just threw one heck of a ball. We were talking about his ability to put some loft on the ball. Yeah. That seam route that you just saw there, placed perfectly. Outside shoulder, fading away from the defender, getting away from the middle of the field, dropped it in the bucket. Unfortunately, MBS didn't come down with it. But that's the type of ball that you want to see out of Joe Milton. Last year, Joe Milton, he went through that thing on a rope and would have had an opportunity to get picked off. Is that the first one running out there? Yes, these are the first. Yeah.
Welcome to beautiful Colorado Springs and Falcon Stadium. Little gets the blood boiling. Quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Navy midshipmen and the Air Force Falcons. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Hollywood with the latest on the weather.
Guys, I spoke to the Falcons head coach before this matchup. One thing he's got his eyes on, the weather. We weren't sure what to expect today, but this weather has turned out to be beautiful. He said that will have a great impact and be a benefit to his team here today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. So Air Force's offense will get first crack at it today. And you'll remember the last time these two wound up being a tight one right to the finish.
And you know it's always going to be emotional, David. There's so much trash talking in rivalry games like this. These two teams, these two fan bases absolutely hate each other, and they let each other know about it all game long, even before the game.
And that's what makes it so much fun to cover. Who can manage their emotion, not get those dumb penalties, like be really locked in, dialed in, not let all the outside noise affect their play.
Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
This defense has to know that this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He's a guy that can carry the football as well. He went ahead and got that first down.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29.
Here we go.
They'll give it on the counter. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They'll run him again. Turning it on. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Falcons are moving quickly down the field. Now they're going to throw it. Makes the grab on the left. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Hits inside. It's Davis. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Rush is on. Going to try to get it himself. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line.
It's so nice to be an offense on 2nd down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Sells the run, wants to pass. Spits it out to the back. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun. And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
The 11th play of this opening drive, they face a 3rd and short. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Buying a little time to his left. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Pulls it on the option. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. Doing it himself again. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. The Cadets here doing their best impressions of a jet engine right on takeoff. Listen to this place. Finds his big tight end. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Scanning the field, it's Woodson. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Navy will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Caught in the backfield, it's Allen. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the 2nd play of the drive from the 36. Wide receiver going in motion. Straight ahead, it's Flowers. They were all over it.
Man, did you see the D tackle just slice through the offensive line? That's how you get penetration. That's how you dial up the tackle for loss.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Back to pass on 2nd down. That is just a sideline clinic. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Big fullback's got it. Makes him talk to the hand. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. The Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. Sells to run, looking to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Finds his man. It's Allen. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Scoreless as we head into the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll move the wide receiver. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Falcons will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Not a lot of room to field this one. He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. The Navy offense sails out, ready to go to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Got his man out of the backfield. Could not make his way to the corner. Long way to go on second down. Gets the back moving. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Navy needs to come up with a big play on third and long. Sets his feet. It's Woodson. Back's got it on the screen. They bring him down at the 44-yard line. It'll be fourth down, but this might be prime go-for-it territory. Hunt is on its way. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. The Falcons are in the hurry-up.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down because the RPO game's been a problem.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. Third and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. That one comes out hot down the right side.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's the reason why he's completing somewhere around.
But the ball pops out on the return. Oh, and he recovers it. Man, you want to talk about having his back, and they averted disaster on that one. Midshipmen will get things going here on offense. They've sputtered a bit early, not being able to move the football, having to punt it away each of the first 2 times they had it. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Off-play action. Look out! Caught. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Makes the grab, and he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. There he goes. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
In these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The midshipmen move the sticks with that powerful running game. Keeps it himself. Turns upfield. The pitch. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. And he's brought down after a short gain. The loudest jet you can think of has nothing on this crowd as they try to help the Falcons on 3rd down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Pulls it. He'll try to get to the marker himself. He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're stubborn with this running game in the red zone.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that first down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Drops back, it's Woodson. They make the tackle, and it's short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Never a doubt. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going, down 3-0. Fresh center downs going to the air. That's caught. It's Pickett. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Out wide right, it's Pickett. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Oh, pressure's coming. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Gonna throw deep on the first play. Pass is incomplete, and that's gonna do it for the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at LSU taking on the number 10 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes.
On the run from inside his own 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Woodson. Here comes the heat. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you could spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Navy will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. And the Air Force offense ready to take over. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. And the Falcons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Got his man. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receiver, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me, I'll make the contested catch.
Fires to the tight end. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the left side. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The play fake. He fires a bullet to the right. It's caught. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Chambers. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Gives it. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Sticks it in his belly. Breaks into the open. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
A first down run on the doorstep. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Touchdown, Falcons! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The run inside. It's Bryant. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Sells to fake. Rush right in his face. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Navy will have to punt it away. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Makes a move. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. The Falcons now set to take over on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davis. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right side, it's Flowers. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
And the Falcons are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. There's some heading to the end zone. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Falcons.
And, man, they have flipped this game in the 3rd quarter quickly. They've got hot, man. Both sides of the football working together, getting stops. The offense now, Palmer, putting another touchdown drive together. They are in fuego.
Yeah, you got to give their coaching staff, David, credit as well, because they made some really good adjustments at halftime. They were having some trouble in the first half. They tweaked some things schematically, both on offense and defense. And you're right, they look like a completely different team here in the second half.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Woodson. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. 2nd and long here. Motion from the wideout. This is a designed run. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. They'll move the tight end. On the option. He'll keep it again on the option. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Keeps it himself. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's fourth down. Navy will have to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Off play action on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Second down, gonna throw it. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Davis. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Well, guys, Air Force has the lead here. Now let's take a look at the stats of what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a fourth down. The Falcons line up to punt it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Navy offense ready to go on the attack. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. He'll do it himself. Now the toss. Pretty good job of running to get there to the 32. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking for the edge. Quarterback keep. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. The cadets here doing their best impressions of a jet engine right on takeoff. Listen to this place. Fires to the tight end. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He uncorks one deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Quick give. It's Allen. Got some green grass. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Holds on, it's Flowers. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Out wide right, it's Allen. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. From the gun. Left side is Allen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throw him the football. That's what he catches, big fella.
They'll power it inside with the fullback. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Falcons will try to pick it up on fourth down. Looking for the marker. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
After the incomplete pass, there is a player down on the field. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. The handoff keeps working on that clock. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Third and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already four-down territory? Sends it back in motion. They'll throw on third and short. Looking to the big tight end. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the three. Not a chance. Missed it. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys. And here comes the Navy offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Looking to throw, it's Woodson. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He's got it down the right side. Touchdown, midshipman. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Snags it. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback changing the play. Second down to the air. Pulls it in. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is four-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Short pass. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
And I like what this offense did, man. They stayed aggressive. They were trying to get the first down through the air. But here's the good thing now. You punt the football away. You trust your defense. You got the lead late in this football game. One more stop, and there's a good chance you get the W.
Out wide left, it's long.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy late in games that you know you can trust. Game on the line. Just need to get one first down. And Palmer, they can run it. They can play it safe. But they give it to their dude, and he delivers.
And that's a play that they can run in their sleep, too. Something they practice all week long. They carry it in their playbook each and every week. It's a good play call because you're dialing up something that all 11 guys know in the back of their hand. They go out and get the execution needed to win this game.
There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.